Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studios, and with me today is the mayor of Front Royal here, Dewey Vaughan, and his niece Reno Vaughan. So we're going to talk a little bit about the resurgence of your music career. Now the band is called Aftershock. I know we've gone through how many versions over the years, Dewey?
A lot.
I can remember all sorts of names from A to Z, it seems like. But rock and roll, that's
what I do, and I'm glad to get to be able to do it again. The doctors gave me the green light.
You went through a little health scare there.
Yeah, a little one.
A pretty good size one.
Yeah.
It does kind of like knock you up a little bit when that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got down to 13% of my heart working.
Yeah.
It's back up now,
And you said back to rock and roll
back
again.
to doing it.
So what's different about Aftershock this time around?
We are doing songs that are led by female vocalists. We never
And
done
Reno
that.
is our vocalist now.
Right.
Yes.
Before, you were always the front guy.
Yeah, but see, she's giving me a break, so I'm not. That was
That's a big strain.
That was my one condition, not to wear myself out, not to do too much.
And I wasn't in a band, so we came up with a solution.
So you woke up one day and said, "My dad's a drummer, and my uncle's a guitar player, and they got this band, and maybe I can."
Actually, they approached me.
We went to her.
Yeah.
And just out of the blue, you thought she could sing?
Well, she went to college for it.
Oh, well, okay. Now we're getting the real story.
Yes.
So you're an educated musician.
Yes.
Not like these guys just grew up on the street.
Well, I also did that too.
and she has experience up in New York and.
She's a real deal.
I just recently moved back from Connecticut, right outside of New York.
We won't hold that against you.
Please don't.
So what's the different about the band? You got a female vocalist. You playing the same kind of music, a lot of original. You did a lot of originals.
We're doing originals again, and we're writing some for her. Even we already have two in the.
We're throwing in a little country.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Eclectic rock and roll, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that.
What about the local music scene here in Warren County? It's kind of gone downhill. It really was kind of large a few years ago.
Yes, a few years ago it was good. Right now we're in a low spot, but it'll resurge.
Yeah, because we got some new venues.
Yeah.
They're small, but I think that it's coming.
And a lot of new small venues are opening up in Winchester as opposed to here.
Right.
So, but I think the brewing company is a huge add.
Right, and then we have are the people out at the other the back room. Are they doing any music? Someone said they were thinking about doing.
I've heard
something.
that they're going to
I
start.
think they're going to start doing it. Yeah.
Well,
But
we
the
have
Beer Museum also does music.
Right. Yeah.
In the summer.
Right, and we had the place where you worked before across the street there.
Lucky Star.
Lucky Star.
Well,
They really had a big music.
That was
following.
every night of the week.
Every night.
Every night
Yeah.
we were
There's always.
So when that closed, that changed a lot.
Yeah,
Too.
Trevor really did a good job about keeping the. Didn't pay much, but he kept them busy. That's why I'll just throw that in. You know, musicians are never paid enough, right?
No.
Well, let's talk about this other music thing that's coming into town, to the Appaloosa Festival. Have you ever attended that?
I've never been to one.
Oh,
I was always playing
haven't
somewhere
either.
else.
You're always working. That's the
Yeah.
thing about a musician. You never really get to
See anybody else.
Never get to see anyone else play.
well,
That's
you
for
might
sure.
go this year. It's a fabulous event. There's many 10, 20, 30 musicians from all around. It's not your kind of music,
Well,
Dewey,
some of
but
it is. Some
Yeah,
of it is. Yeah.
they rock that Americana stuff sometimes
Oh, yeah.
pretty good.
I like Americana. I like the Celtic type stuff
Yeah.
they do too.
Well, Scythian can really rock it. Well, let me tell you, and you get those. It's a pretty large band, and they really
Yeah.
They have good reputation.
They have
Where
a
is
very
it?
good reputation. Of course, here at National Media, we produce all their CDs and things for them. So yeah, we've been around. It's amazing. They do a camping event. It's coming up over the Labor Day weekend. So more coming on the Royal Examiner. So you'll be hearing from the Federico boys as it gets a
good.
little closer. We'll have them come in. But I'm really curious about where you're playing next.
Well, you go ahead and do this one.
We are debuting at the Virginia Beer Museum on July 20th, 6 p.m. And then I know we have 4 or 5 other gigs lined up, some at the Moose Lodge.
When you said the Lucky Star, we're going to do a Lucky Star reunion night at the Front Royal Brewery on August 19th.
Oh, you'll be bringing back some of the local guys that.
I'm pretty sure everyone will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So let's talk about the beer museum. David Downs does really support the local music.
He does.
Yes.
He's really trying to.
In the summer, because he's got the place to do it. In the
Yes.
summer.
Yeah, it takes space. It takes a commitment to do it, and it's great.
A lot of beer too.
Well, it always takes beer. I always said the band sounds better after a couple beers.
Some of us.
Dewey's always said he could play better after a couple beers, but I don't know about
I take that back now.
You don't do that now, do you?
No.
Coca-Cola.
So now he has to practice.
Yeah.
Before the spirit moved him.
Yeah.
Literally, the spirit
It
moved
was almost
him.
osmosis.
Well, everybody knows you, Dewey. Where do you spend the rest of your week when you're not playing music?
In the air conditioning.
Oh, I know,
That's
but
true.
And I might do 2 days a week down at the Confederate Museum.
that's
working
on
and
Chester
volunteer.
Street. Yeah. You've been there a long time. Your
On and
family's
off. On
your
and off.
family's tied into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on, give us a plug. I know she'll want it.
A lot?
Yeah. It's family. Come on.
Yeah.
But it's interesting things that go on there. How come
There
you can't?
is.
You need to learn to play some Civil War music and put on a.
I know a bunch of those.
Yeah.
The big ones.
Yeah.
Dixie and all that.
Oh yeah. Well, we know you're down at the museum. A lot of people see you around our community. I called you the mayor because you've been a fixture on downtown Front Royal.
Main
You're
Street.
Are you still on the board of architectural review?
I am.
You'll see that whenever you have a meeting, which isn't real often, but we've had you on the video there several times and on the Afton Inn project. And,
Oh.
and that'll be coming up, I'm sure, more. It's probably changes to it as it happens. So.
Yeah.
Well, you're real involved in the community. I know people may not realize it, but I know you're really active in a lot of programs and activities that go on in our town. And I know you've dragged the music around with you for a lot of years. Your brother, James, plays in the band with you.
Still does, yeah.
Do you remember your office you and
I
James
do.
had right back down here?
I do. I was telling her that we're sitting in your office that I used to work in that exact spot. That the room was slightly different.
Yeah.
It was B system.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? A long time ago.
It was part of B system at that time. Then I moved right down the hall to A system.
You got promoted.
Yeah.
But it goes way back. So it seems like everyone's worked at National Media Services for over the years. Quite a few people. I'm talking to Shay Parker. He said,
That was like
I
28 years
remember.
ago.
Yeah, I remember working down there, and I kept a lot of people employed in their younger days. Younger days. That's great. Well, I think the local music scene, we need to do something to keep it going tonight. Of course, by the time this gets up, it'll be over, but you'll be able to watch the video later, and that's the community band playing.
They are the
at
gazebo.
The Blue Ridge Arts Council puts on this basically all summer long. Every Friday, they have some sorts of musical event, and they try to do that as well from all kind of music.
On Cue is trying to do some music once in a while too.
Yeah. Well, if you have a venue that you're thinking about, you want to do music, get hold of Dewey Vaughan here. He can set you up with if you don't like Aftershock, he can recommend.
I can recommend almost anybody around that plays different styles.
Right.
I know lots of people.
Lots of people. It's a small community, but a good community, and I think it's great that you're doing it. I'm glad that your health is picked back up, that you can get out there and rock and roll. What do they say? Rock and roll forever.
That's right.
And you have support now from family, which makes it great.
Yeah, she'll take my place eventually.
Yeah.
And we
I'm
don't
not ready
fight
for
as
that
much
yet.
as you and Dad. So.
Oh yeah. It's funny
That's
to
a
hear
big
James.
bonus.
It's so funny. I just don't think of James as being that old to have a daughter.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
but
Well, he is.
He is. I know it. Me too. I tell you, I'm going to be 70 on my next birthday, so
Wow.
it's just hard to believe that I got that old and that fat so quick. It gets snuck up on me. It does. But anyway, it's great talking to you. Please come back and see us again. I'm going to go to the. I think I'll go over to the beer museum on the.
We are working on doing a recording, so I will be seeing you.
Oh, they're going to get some.
for
some
duplication done.
There you go. I appreciate that. So tell us the dates again at your opening night.
July 20th.
July 20th
6
at
p.m.
6 p.m. and you'll play till whenever.
9:30,
9
10.
or
No.
10, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I said the Lucky Star reunion on August 19th.
All right. And all this is at the Beer Museum?
No, that will
Oh,
be
at the brewery, right. Well, keep posted. We'll keep you posted of what's happening in our community and the Aftershock. What was the name of the band before?
The Shockers.
Shockers, that's right.
Aftershock.
I remember that. I couldn't think of the name. You've had so many, but that's great. I like that Aftershock. That's really cool. You're good at naming these bands. I mean,
Well, they just come up.
they just, when the spirit moves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Reno, it's nice meeting
It's
you.
great
Nice
to
seeing
meet
you
you.
again, Dewey. We'll keep in touch, all right?
Okay.
All right, thanks again.
Sure.